What's up, guys? Yeah, let's do a quick session of SAT, and then we're gonna get started on yeah, we'll just do a mix again. Um, all right, let's get started. Let's put the timer on. Okay, let's get started. Let's try form and sense of structure. Okay. Oh, right off the bat, I know it's gonna be so all of them already has the hyphen. I think that's what it's called, and it's talking about the let's read. Was rooted in its main influence for mm, okay, strike through. So we know it won't be these one because it is main focus is incorrect, so it has to be one of these. And the hyphen talked about it'll say for this defensive style. I'm guessing it'll be this one, yeah, because when you put the apostrophe right here, the one with the not semicolon, yeah, this thing right here, it means that it's indicating about describing something, and it's describing for, which is incorrect. So you have to describe it as like, oh, it is somebody cat's or main influence structure or style. So it doesn't say that, it just said for, so that's incorrect. Because you can ignore after this, you could just ignore this. I just went for this because this one's already shown for you, and this is a medium, yeah. Nothing too crazy. Oh, it seemed like I did a lot already. Let's do unsolve only. Let's go back. 48 more to go. Okay, these small specifically adapted. So adapted, past tense, to endure the scorching days and chilly nights of his habit. Something to conserve energy. Hibernating to conserve energy. To hibernate, that is wrong because this is adapted to endure the scorching light. Because this has to be it has to be. Okay, it technically works, but it doesn't sound correct. I think. Yeah, it just doesn't sound right. Let's go next. National whatever blah 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 by describe. Okay, so these type of question it has to describe. This is modifier, I believe that's what they call it, and this one talk about by disturbing information by distributing information about approaching storm. So by distributing. So it's who distributing? The program is by distributing. The program. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the program that's distributing it. If you think about it. So basically, for modifier, you you look at what is it being described. So it said by distributing. So by is somebody's doing it, right? So it's gonna be the program. It's not the public safety. That's not somebody. The program enhancement. That's not somebody. And protection is not somebody. So something has to be distributing information. Pretty simple in my opinion. Cool. Let's do a hard actually. It's been a lot of easy lately. Compared to that silicone. Okay, same thing like that. Okay. Compare of that silicone. So this one's incorrect. This one's incorrect. Okay, so something about this. Okay, so these ones are incorrect. And you used to say, travel at a velocity approaching light speed of metro. So, associate a key advantage. Possess a key advantage. Okay, so compare of that. Possess a key advantage due to higher electromobility. It's a higher. Okay, I think it might have been D actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, because it was talking about electrons, so it might have just been this actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, because it elaborated on it. Cool, that was a good one. Let's see what the actual explanation talked about. It said that yeah, subject modifier pretty much talk about the mobility. A is correct. It's dangling modifiers. Now it's media. The graphite. So it is the electron. It's the electron, not the graphene. Let's do another 7-1. It's not that hard. Okay, another modifier. Great. By absorbing wavelength and preventing soil loss, something. Let's look at this one. So managed construction, lab shoreline. Both property. So it's not this one. So it's by again. So something, the shoreline or both property. I am guessing, and this one's talking about protect coastal area. I think it's the shoreline, just because it said by the shoreline. That's yeah. So it said by absorbing water energy, wave energy, and preventing soil loss. The shoreline itself has preservable property. So both property were preserved by the shoreline. That's it is worded incorrectly because yeah, both property is wrong, and it said by the shoreline, which is a little if we already know is by the shoreline. You know what I mean? Because it said um by observing wave energy and preventing soil loss. Let's do one more, and let's do a medium one. Let's do one more. The engineering composed of the ultralight silicon. Okay, what is being composed again? Um, composed of, yeah. So okay, okay, that one's on me. I'll think about property. I guess it's just this. Let's do one more. I'll do one quick one actually. Unlike the pale off. Okay, this one's a medium. I think this one's a little harder just because it talked about um during the high day help. Okay, crap, that's on me. Okay, it's comparing the marking, obviously. Yeah, that one's on me. Okay, that was not the best. Let's do boundaries. These ones, okay, these ones are hella easy. Who blend 3 technique craft his piece. Okay, so we know once it has Carlos who blend 3 technique to craft his piece. Spoken word pieces. Okay, this is what the hell? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. This one talking about, okay, so it's the colon is talking about this thing. So the pieces are spoken word pieces, communicating struggle and stuff like that. Okay. Let's do this. Most often record does not stand up from the as it. It is recommended. Many of these worker report recommended, but many of these report starting to take a break. Okay, many office workers does not stand up from their desk as often as it is recommended. Many of these work, but many when they start using reminder again. Okay, I am selling right now. Okay, many of the office workers does not stand up from their best as often as is recommended, but many of these workers report fewer when they start using reminder app. Okay, so okay. Okay, let's not. Okay, I am tripping right now. The incident that has wide effect. So, oh yeah, for question like these, just go straight to the first and second sentence. I don't think unless it's a very hard one, then you have to read back on the text. But most of these you probably don't even have to read back at the text. You just need the sentence that includes it. So the incident that has wide market effect, um, in a effect. In addition, in addition to the monetary explosion, in addition to the monetary explosion, to the monetary losses experienced by trader. So it has to have it can't be this one because this one need yeah um market wide affects uh investors also called for uh it's either this one or this one, pretty sure. In effect to monetary. I want to say this one to be honest. Yeah, because you could not if it had a comma in the end, then it would just say the incident has a broad market wide effect blank investor. So market wide effect investor also called for, so it's incorrect. It's gonna be dingling. These ones are probably pretty easy actually. Um, yeah. Okay. So Harper Knight, a short film starring Elvis of Milwaukee. Crossing View. Okay, so you can see this is a they call it I don't know what they call it. I think they call it a super list. That's what they call it, a super list. So you can see they have like a semicolon and then they introduce the so semicolon and then comma. So that's how they format it. So you should follow the format semicolon and then comma, and yeah, pretty simple to do. Um, let's go next. So for instance, shaded structure are overseas cavity or block direct sunlight, help cool the surface of something of lots. While so okay, for this one you can't be this and this because semicolon and period does the same thing. Um, help cool surface of lot while reflective coating. While reflective coating, which is can also why okay crap. Okay, so I was correct in the beginning. Help cool surface of lots while um while reflective surface of lot which okay. While reflective coating. That is I let's see what they say here. Okay, so just basically join with two commas. Let's do a hard. Okay. Recently, scientists at the Stanford University synthetic polymers, uh, polymer polyamide to create. I don't. I. It seemed important. I don't know if it's like same thing. I will be guessing is this, but it might be this because we know these ones are incorrect. Recently material apply syntax something to create a protective layer that can withstand. So there's no you can't have a comma. So yeah, these ones are incorrect. You can have a comma right here or not. So it is this. It is this. Um, it's one important thing. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, this is gonna be like a 7. Yeah, I probably haven't clicked that one, but yeah, I probably should have clicked that one. Cause this is you only put commas what is non-important, and I'm guessing this one's pretty important because it's talking about like um, a material, and they're talking about like oh how it like help infrastructure and stuff like that. But yeah, let's try something different. Let's do uh I've been a little tired of information ideas, so let's do transition. I'm not very good at these, to be honest, which probably will help me out. Okay, straight to a hard, great. Okay, talking about the AU, the historic standard for distance between. Um, as century passes, new technologies. Yet the formal to that end, or again and again, century pass, new technology. They will still use. So they're basically saying they're still using it. So it's either to that end or again and again. I'm just gonna say again and again because I'm pretty sure I saw a similar question. They use again and again for scenarios like this. Let's see why. Let's see why to the end does not work. So B is incorrect. Is illogical signal that the information can accomplish. This one's talking about increased precision. Following a step instead of this indicate the increased precision data were produced on century following it. Cool. Okay, let's do this one. Low key, I don't know if you can rank the difficulty of transition. I feel like they all feel the same for me. So unless they use word like does and then like some other ones which are like crazy, then probably. Okay, let's go read. Okay, I think it's either nevertheless or additionally, but I'm guessing nevertheless just because okay, it is fudge. Okay, I was thinking about nevertheless just because it's talking about like Carlson allowing the revoke and then like something um there was like concern about it. So I was like thinking, oh, nevertheless there was concern about this incident. But let's see what they say. Like I said, I'm not um suggest contraction which okay. Okay. Um okay. I see. So that's actually a good okay, I might apply that actually too. Because what they saying actually and nevertheless are the same thing, so they should cancel out, so additionally will leave itself. Let me try that real quick actually. So let's just look at this. So as consequence, furthermore, beside. So as consequence and consequently probably the same thing. So let's see, it has become Lopez um the news man's outspoken beside has became outspoken by student and local. Furthermore, Lopez had became um okay, never mind. Okay, I'm just bad at it. Okay, let's let's not do that because I was thinking okay, so as a consequence. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm not gonna try that strategy because it clearly did not work on me. Maybe I'll read it and then I will cross out similar word that might indicate the same thing. Yeah, let's try that instead. Clearly, I'm not doing well on these. This phenomenon has caused different in air temperature near the ground. Um, Still insists. Um, still okay. Still, the word I think the keyword is still insists. Still insists. So and these does not exist. This one causes difference between. Today, some people still insist that must be um to this end to oh great I feel like it's to this okay okay I'm shoot so in these pages try and maybe convince that so furthermore cause difference in their interpreting of ground that's nevertheless crap because this one talk about how how air temperature is near the ground, and this one talk about how it might be over. Okay, that one's on me. I should have probably got that one actually. Now that I take a look at it. Okay. Pioneer, filmmaker. She's likely a 10-minute little no mentor, retired cinematography, who shared his method with her during evening workshop community artist. Will likely continue to be celebrated for indeed, because it's not elaborating on anything. Okay, bro. There's no. Nevertheless, crap. Because this one's talking about how is a little known. I just read that little known, and then nevertheless she's being celebrated. So crap. Oh my god, I'm selling. I am like. This is the worst I'm doing so far. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe in the SAT when I took it, I actually locked the hell in. But self-driving car are often promoted to reduce traffic, yet their widespread adoption has showed 5% furthermore, of their development can struggle complexer. This for instance, okay, this is look like a for instance question. I think it's giving you an example. I swear if it's furthermore. Okay, I am okay. Okay, this is stupid. This is actually stupid. This is actually stupid. Okay, furthermore is incorrect because it's adding a separate point. Is it? I feel like it's adding a separate point, right? Okay, still technical. Okay, Brett, I feel like it's giving you an example with unpredictability of a driving condition, um, classification. I just, oh my god, that's dumb. I feel like, for instance, that is also giving you a classification, but apparently, this one is a general classification. Okay, not specific instance. Okay, excuse me. Um, okay, so classification is different from instance. Okay, cool. That is. You know what? I'm gonna flag this just for me to review. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do a hard. Screw it. Let's do a hard. Okay, historical frontier. Robert's color. Blah 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 blah. His situation. His to farming challenge in '80s. Act to the later 19. Okay, so it looked like contracting, just because I saw these two. These two look different, and specifically, actually looks specifically she's aligning this to this act, right? Thus, yes, regardless, I feel like it's regardless. Similarly, specifically, or similarly, actually, yeah, similarly, actually, because this one's like, oh, I'm providing this one for you, and then this one's also providing something for you. Um, I guess that makes sense, right? Because talking about this one's aligning to this one is similar to how William is aligning it to Home Act. Um, cool. Specifically, logical because this one's about Isabella. Uh, he. Oh yeah, because this one's about Isabella. So this is a different person now that I look at it. If because this one's talking about William and this one's Isabella, so it's two different things. So specifically doesn't work. Does not make sense. Regardless, does not make sense. Similarly make the best sense. Okay, let's try something else. Rhetorical synthesis. Oh yeah, so these are the problems that I'm pretty good at for rhetorical synthesis. This might be the reason. I okay for the SAT. I might have just because there was a lot of rhetorical synthesis for some reason in the SAT when I was taking it. There was like 5 in each section, which is like a lot. So I probably just screwed up a lot on the other section, but rhetorical synthesis is probably the reason why my transition. I probably messed up on 1 or 2 transition, and then rhetorical synthesis I got everything correct, which boosts me up a little bit. So let's see. So empathize on the length of career and to audience that's very familiar. So the length of the career. So this one I'm talking about comic. Okay, this one looked good already. Craft talk about comic strip. Blah, 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 blah. This one talking about block out of here. This one craft the block get out of here. Um, this block. Okay, I didn't read that. Okay. This one looked the best actually. Okay, I'm tripping. It might just be this actually. This one look, cause okay, cause this one doesn't talk about the length, I guess. Um. Oh, this one. This one talks about the length. Okay. That was just a mistake on my end, probably, to be honest. Yeah, 25 years. This one's just talking about what he did, and yeah. Um. Cool. Okay, as long as I guess for familiarity, when they talk about familiar, just don't like emphasize too much on what they're familiar about. I guess when doing these ones, if you guys want to take a hint for me from this, um, let's do hard, and then we'll just call it a day for this one. Want to explain limitation on relying on visual metric? Okay, bruh. Let's see what the limitation is. I guess this is sort of limitation. Doesn't really talk about it. Okay, visual metric. I think this one you have to actually read. So, okay, here. Rely on a protect accuracy. So, something about the production tag. So, the protection, production tag. I see robust for taxing, which are here, which talk about it. I think this one's it. Um, this one, protection tag, and then like robust on office performance. Yeah. Okay, fuck. It might system relying on metrics. Such uh, see what C. Okay, yeah, this is interesting. Why C is incorrect? C is incorrect. This choice only described the differences. Um, okay, limitation on forecasting performance. I guess rely on visual misclassifying primary metrics and fluctuate the attributes. So I guess it's comparing them. This one just talked about the shot, how it might fluctuate, and where tag contribute at rating or what's robust. Robust is a good. Robust is a robust. Yeah. This one's just comparing. I guess this one talk about like the less is less robust, which is mean like the opposite. I think is talking more negatively about the system. Um, yeah, cool. Damn, there's already one more. Okay, let's do something different. Let's do word and context. Okay. Okay, cool. So, during the study, he observed. You probably won't read it. During the study, he observed that introducing a certain mineral into soil could halt the clay of matters, resulting producing conditions that were no longer um, in hospital to spread micro. Okay, conductive, conductive to the spread. I guess conductive. Wait, this is not conductive. This is conductive. Conductive. Crap. Conduct. Making a certain solution likely. Okay. These are just vocab questions. Cool. I guess it's just for me to memorize. I guess. Let's flag that one. Let's go next. Culture, organization, Napoleon, blah blah blah. Through these opportunities, he became one of the leading authority on the uh, preserving preservation. Uh, yeah, I just saw that and just clicked on that to be honest. Um, which complete the most rocket. So, linguists have proposed a regional accent and pattern of frequently um, correlate. I think. Um, okay, all right, all right. I guess. Great. Yeah, correlates connection. What does that word mean? Because usually I just pick on the. capitulate. It just means to resist opponent. Okay, yeah, that is wrong. I thought capitulate mean like something similar to like uh relating to each other. So I think correlate literally talk about relating to each other. So that's just on me. Oh cool. That's time. Let's just do one more, just because I already clicked on it. Recount myths about Canyon where an be such as such phenomenal. Okay, that's just phenomenal. That's very simple. Yeah. Yeah, that's all for today. Yeah. I think I might work on word and context and for word and context and just transition in general next time. But yeah, today was like a mix. Didn't do much on like central idea and inferences since I did so much of these. I think it was the same for math mix when I didn't do these. But yeah.